Welcome back to Voice of the Valley. Today we are here with Caitlyn and Erin, the founder of The Little Things. How are you doing today, guys?
We're great. How are you?
Pretty good.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
So before you started the business, The Little Things, what is your guys' story? Caitlyn, we're going to start with you.
Okay. So we have known each other roughly for since 2014. We lived in the same neighborhood together. Our kids were the same age. We actually tell the story about how we met. It's a little bit funny.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So there was I had just moved in to the house, and there was a neighborhood watch meeting, I want to call it, that I went to, and it was basically just talking about like safety, how to keep your house from being a potential robbery, whatever. And I didn't know anybody, so I thought it would be a good way to like meet my neighbors, if nothing else. And so I went in, and there were a lot of people there. It was in somebody's house in the neighborhood, and there was a police officer speaking, and everybody was pretty serious. And lo and behold, there she is drinking the Chardonnay, and I'm like, "Are we?"
Yeah, I think I was like the only one drinking.
I was like, "Is this cool? Are we allowed to drink here?" And she's like, "I'm drinking here," and I'm like, "I'm drinking here too." So
Yeah, and then I think you were like, "Want to come over tomorrow?"
yeah, literally. I was like, "Oh, we both had 4-year-olds," and it was my son's birthday the next day, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you come over and bring your son?" And that was that. And we've kind of been like besties ever since. So
Wow.
What was it like, Erin, seeing Caitlyn walking in, looking for some fun, and then you at the same time were
love
kind
at
of like,
first sight.
It was like love at first sight. It really was. And we became like quick, fast friends after that. We did everything together. There was like, a lot of drinking.
I think we had
a lot of fun.
It was a lot of drinking, but I think we had a lot in common too. I think like our upbringing, our background, our like sense of humor was really similar, which I think that is like probably the glue that keeps us together is our sense of humor. We think we're hysterical.
mm-hmm.
We really
Whether other people do, I don't know, but
jury's still out.
the jury's still out of
Just one reel at a time.
right.
So what were your professional careers before you guys joined together?
So I was a stay-at-home mom pretty much up until the point of like when we opened the boutique. So my oldest is 16. Prior to that, I was an esthetician.
So I had worked at a family business with my ex-husband, and I raised the kids too, but I had worked on and off there for the last 20 years. And when you're married to somebody and you work with them, I think it kind of turns your marriage years into like dog years. So we were actually together for probably like 42 years.
42 long years.
Yeah. So, and I think we just, as it ran its course, I didn't know what I was going to do. That's all I ever did. Yeah. And then when you're out on your own, you got to figure it out. It's really scary, especially if you've worked for the same place and you happen to work for your ex-husband. It's really difficult to be like, hey, look at my resume of here, but don't call, please. Don't call. Yeah. Whatever you do.
Not going to get a good reference.
So I think we were just kind of like, you know what? We'd always talked about this. Let's give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Like, now's the time.
We were always like the girls, when we would go out, people would be like, oh, where'd you get that shirt? And we'd be like sending them links. Or I had friends would be like, hey, I need like a wardrobe for my work. Can you help me with that? Like, we were always those girls that were sort of influencing people, like not even really trying to, just with our own personal style and,
And even skincare. We have like an oil, like fragrance line that we bring in from California, and people love it. And it's one of our
something that we used before we had the store.
So whatever we kind of used, we brought into the store.
So
our favorite.
Would you say you girls were popular growing up in high school, college, that type of thing? No?
No.
Okay, explain some of those
really.
years.
If you go back, you probably don't want to look. I think it wasn't pretty.
I'll say this. I tell this to my kids all the time. Don't peak in high school. You don't want to peak in high school, right? Like, I think that just sort of being...
Oh, I definitely didn't.
I'm not sure if we've peaked.
I was like this
height
we
peaked
in
yet?
6th grade.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, ooh.
Yeah, but no, but I think that just like gives you such humility too, where you really have to like work for it, like you have to try.
I was like the friend of like the popular kid. Like I wasn't
I
like
wasn't
the
even
pretty
that.
one. I was like the other one, how there's like the pretty girls and then there's the other one. I was like the other one.
Yeah, and I mean there wasn't like
But
a
I'm still
pretty
friends
girl
with the
group.
pretty girls.
There wasn't even
Caitlin, how about you? What were you more like? What was your role in high school?
I mean, God, I don't even know. I was like a mess, a total
Oh.
mess. Like I didn't have like a mom that was like into like makeup or clothes, went to Catholic school, so wore a uniform every day. I had no sense of style whatsoever. I think it wasn't until um actually I lived in Chicago for a while, and I think that's where I started to like really like see that how you dress could affect how you feel, affect how other people feel about you and things like that. And not to make it superficial, but it definitely was the first time I ever realized that you could take pride in how you look and have it be sort of mirrored back to you with other people. So it definitely was not in high school for sure.
And I still don't dress myself. She dresses
My dresser.
So you're the one with the
I'm
style.
like 0%.
Yeah. But it's like a passion, just something that I love. It makes me really happy and fulfilled.
So
Yeah.
that's basically how the little things got started, right? Your passion
Yeah,
with
kind of.
And I like business more than
I think we each had a talent to bring to it that we don't do the same things at work. We each have our lane. That's important for the
Yeah.
business. And
like my background. I brought hundreds of businesses, their like web presence and branding and things like that. And that's what I really love.
yeah, and it's helped our business so much because of the fact that she has that strength in that category.
so you both play a key role.
I
You
think so.
probably
I think
do
you have
most of
to.
the ordering,
Yeah.
and then she does the social media stuff like that.
Business. And I like
Those are
more of like the
important roles.
Yeah.
housewares and the things like that.
The gifts. She's a great gift giver. She
And
always
I like
was.
entertaining.
Yeah.
So I figure if I want it, and we're trying to find things for like the people that have everything. Like anybody can go to Target and buy a blanket or bring a bottle of wine if you want to be like that basic bitch type of person. Everybody can
Not that
be
there's
that.
anything wrong with that.
No,
So,
not that there's
so
anything
what
wrong
is
with
the
that
main
in the
thing
big
that
2026.
differentiates your style, your boutique from other boutiques, or just Target, for example? Like, what differentiates you guys?
I think that one, there's not a lot of boutiques in the area. So, and the ones that are here, I think they're all very different. So, I think there's space for all of us because brick and mortar is so difficult. A lot of people do online. We don't do anything online. We're strictly in store. I think that what we bring in is truly stuff that we would wear or buy or have in our house, put on our body. And I think that truly makes a difference because when you're just throwing stuff in there just to have stuff to sell and, trying to make margins on stuff that we're getting for certain prices, that was never our goal. And
Yeah.
actually, I think we started out maybe a little bit too high priced because that's just what we like. That's what
Because
we
you
buy.
believe in yourself. Like, I like your business model. Actually, I respect your business model highly because I feel like most people are in it for the money, right?
Yeah.
They're in it for the margins.
Mhm.
Whereas you
Right.
guys are trying to sell something that you would actually wear yourself.
For sure.
Yeah.
sure.
And
And
so now we've kind of opened it up. We had to pivot a little bit
Mhm.
because we weren't going to make it doing what we were doing. And we've allowed ourselves enough kind of leeway
Yeah.
to have all of the high end things and also have things that are in your
We
like.
want to make it accessible for everybody.
Yeah.
We don't want it to be a place where you feel like you have to be in a certain like tax bracket to shop in, and not that was our initial intention, but I think we were just truly like, it was like a passion project. And then we started to get into the business of it. And we were like, okay, well, like, how are we actually going to like sustain and keep this open and pay our bills? And,
Yeah. And what
So-
made you guys open up in Emmaus?
Purely financial.
and purely just what was available.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we looked at a couple different spots and, we were kind of thinking like, what would make the most sense? Emmaus is super
Yeah.
walkable.
And then we contacted our friend Ryan. I think he's been on your podcast.
Ryan Dietrich, yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome guy.
Yeah, and
So-
he said, like, listen, for what you're going to want to pay, he knows so much about commercial real estate, and he helped us a lot.
Yeah, he was great.
So as a sisterhood, how do you guys balance it? I mean, so many partnerships go to waste. So many best friends have, and I pray it
Yeah.
never happens to you guys, but so many partnerships go down the waste once business starts.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you guys
Yeah.
keep a good balance?
I just try to make sure that she doesn't have other friends. So
Which
so
is not
she
that
doesn't
hard.
have anywhere to go. She doesn't have anywhere to go.
She shit talks me to, no, I'm just kidding. Well, I can tell you from like honest to God, my biggest fear with this was not financial failure, it was friendship failure. And I told her that. I said, listen, I love you and I want to do this with you, but I'm so scared it's going to ruin our friendship. So,
And I think we've kind of learned how to navigate. I mean, also, maybe TMI, but I mean, I worked with my mother-in-law for like 15 years, so I'm pretty good at like navigating personality, you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, but okay, so
But-
let's just be honest though.
Yeah.
What were some of the challenges you guys had to face, butting heads and stuff like that?
We definitely have challenges, especially when you're trying to figure out kind of like who's doing what.
Yeah. Because we didn't
You
have
have
like,
to define roles eventually, and
Yeah.
then I think it becomes easier. But when you don't define roles and you're just like, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and like do whatever you want, it doesn't work.
No, roles are the most important. You
Yeah.
need to find out the roles before,
yeah.
because if you expect too much from someone or expect them to do something and it doesn't happen, then that's when you
Yeah.
gotta start butting heads. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
figuring out roles before or early is the best thing
Yeah.
for a successful business.
I think we also learned to not let things bubble up. You know, as women, we push a lot down, we take a lot in our lives, and like we sort of like suppress, and
Yeah, just say it.
you just got to get it out. It's so much better to get it out than let it fester and then become like a big thing that doesn't need to be a big thing. So I think that was like
And
in the
I've
beginning
also
that was hard for us to
learned
do.
through my relationships, and especially like going through a divorce and kind of starting over again. You got there's so much shit you just have to let go. You cannot be up somebody's ass all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's just not good for anyone. And I think it really like there comes a point where you either are you working together or are you trying to control the other person, and you just kind of have to figure it out.
And we have very different personalities. So it could be a benefit, but it could be a detriment because it's like you got to recognize that and you got to work with that. So, you know, she's definitely, I'm the more like laid back one. She's the more like wants to not control in a bad way, just like that's just who she is. You know, she's very much a go getter. And
Like I worked in a fast-paced business environment.
Yeah.
So I like things to be quick and I want to see a return.
So how do you guys figure out what brands or products to carry?
Well, I think you figure out mostly clothing. Again, it was stuff that we used. We like to find different things. We carry a lot of like Snoop Dogg and Martha like coasters and stuff like that, like the Best Buds coasters and like Golden Girls stuff and things that are unique.
Yeah.
I try to look for things like that home wise.
Yeah.
I love to entertain.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like my jam. And then she, like I said, she
we go to
buys all
markets,
the clothes.
mostly in New York. So we'll meet different brand reps that are in our territory, and then we'll decide if we want to order from them and see how the line does. And a lot of it is just what we think people want, what aligns with our aesthetic of the boutique. That's pretty much it.
And then we found out we have no idea.
Yeah.
So then there's that.
What does a normal day look like for you guys? Like what time do you guys open? What time do you guys close?
It varies, but
Yeah, basically like 11 to 4, 11 to 5.
yeah, we kind of stay
Different on the
within the other businesses' hours in Emmaus, because what we have found is that if we're getting like foot traffic, they're also going to like Cafe 23 or Cottage and Bloom. So
Yeah,
we've
so we all kind of stick together.
yeah, with like our hours. So
So who are some of the biggest supporters of the little things?
Oh, definitely the people in Emmaus. We have a really great community. Well, most of the people in Emmaus. I mean, definitely Cafe 23 and Cottage and Bloom. And really, there are some great boutiques in Easton that have also been really kind of
Supportive.
welcoming and
Yeah.
supportive and have like kind of given us
Reposting and
Yeah.
just kind of
when
like,
we lost our Instagram account, it was really very obvious who was supportive. You know, you always hear people will always you have people that will always support you because you're you, and you have people that will never support you because you're you. And that has never been more clear than since I started a business. Like there were people I was dumbfounded that came our first week, friends I hadn't talked to in 10, 12 years, and they just showed up for me. And people really, and then there will be some people that will never support us because it's us. And I mean, that's whoever you are.
yeah. And that's in any
People love to,
business.
the people that want to see you succeed show up. And the people that have always secretly hoped you fail, they
So let's
show
go
their
a little bit
faces
into that.
in other
Why
ways.
do you think people secretly hope others fail, especially you guys?
I mean, I think that's kind of just prevalent everywhere.
I think it's basic psychology. You know, if you are, I mean, not to go too deep into it, but if you're unhappy with yourself or your life, you don't really want to see other people doing well. Jealousy is a big thing. So, you know, we're older in the sense of like, we've been through stuff like that in our lives with friendships, other women. So I think at this stage, we're very unaffected by that.
Mhm.
And you know who your supporters are, you know who your frenemies are. And it's not something that I think upsets us at all. You know,
I think it's also, people look at it and it's glorified. You know, it's a boutique, it's fun, it's pretty, but nobody actually wants to do the work to do it. So, you know, people always look at you and be like, oh, well, I was thinking about doing that, or, oh, I wish I could do it. So it's hard. You know,
And-
I think the people that don't want to do the work are the ones that are the most judgmental.
And losing the Instagram account, getting that hacked, how was that experience like, and how did you bounce back?
How was it like? I was at my kid's football game, and thankfully my kids know how important social media is. And like, I just like lost it. And I looked at my one son, who I told you was a photographer, and I was like, my Instagram got hacked. And he was shooting the game, and he was like, all right, we're out. And my other one like left the field and came straight to my house. And they were like, all right, we're working. Like, we're going to try to get this back. And they were like, it gives me chills because they're like so like supportive. And they like, we couldn't get it back. But then my other one was like, okay, who cares? You know, this happens to rebuild. Let's build back better. And like, we kind of talked about it and ran through ideas about how to do that, because they're much better online than I was.
I kind of feel like our generation's cursed because of social media.
Oh,
Like,
I agree with
we
you.
have brain rot. Like, are you guys the type to just scroll on your phones for countless hours?
Like the
Or
doom scroll, it's horrible.
Is that what it's called? Doom scroll?
Yeah.
Is that
You
like
get like sucked in?
Yeah.
Maybe because I do it. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I think she's definitely more of the social media. Like, you know, she definitely runs our social media, and I didn't really get it. I was kind of like, all right, so we'll just make another Instagram account, you know, but
People really like, they follow us, and
Yeah.
I mean, people come and say, hey, I check every day to see what you guys upload. I mean, we went to Music Fest and somebody asked you where I was.
Yeah.
They were like, are you Caitlyn from the Little Things? Where's
Yeah.
Erin?
yeah,
I mean, people like really follow us.
yeah.
Some lady like ran me down the street and she's like, I know you. And then I figured it out. It's because I watch you on Instagram. She's like, you don't actually know me at all.
that's funny?
Yeah.
But
Don't you
it's
love
fun.
that,
It makes
though?
me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know, like when I wake up in the morning, I post and I watch it, and then I post, and then I follow the algorithm, and then it changes every 5 minutes, and then you try to learn what it likes again. It's like feeding a little baby.
Because
one day it
it's-
likes peas and one day it doesn't.
you're like motivational. Seriously, you guys are motivational to women.
I mean, I really like it. I've found that I really like working when I really like what I'm doing. And I
But
see
then they don't
results.
see the other side. They're like, oh, they have such a perfect life. They run their own
But
boutique
I think
shop.
you
It's
think
all
that about
fun.
everybody, right? Like I
Yeah.
think that's just a
And
common
the thing is,
thing.
we want so badly for other people to succeed. And we try to collab with as many people as possible. And really, we invite people that make jewelry, local people that have written books to use our store to get their items out there. Like a lot of women have things in our store. We love to try to support
I
our
think-
local community.
I think if you want people to support you, you have to be that kind of person too. You can't expect that if you're not reciprocating. So, and I think that's true for anything in your life. What you give out is what you get back.
And
And
I've-
we
I've
believe
worked
that
in
in
this-
our personal lives and in our business life. So
I've worked in this valley for 20 years with countless businesses, and I've always tried to do the best for them and be a really honest and upfront person and really help other people succeed. And you know what? I was kind of like, all right, it's my chance. I want it back.
yeah. And I think at the end of the day, what
Show
people
up.
really
And they did.
relate to is if you're genuine or not. So when they
Yeah.
come into the boutique, and if like there was this one lady who came in and she was like, I was really intimidated to come in because, you know, boutiques can be sort of uppity and, you know, and she's like, I had the complete opposite experience here. And that literally is who we are. We're not putting something on. We're not pretending to be that way.
No.
It's who we are in our personal lives and in business. And people will always gravitate towards that. Authenticity, I think, is the number one thing you have to have. No matter what business you're doing, you have to be authentic.
I agree. And you're passionate
Yeah.
about it, so they
Yeah.
see that as well.
We had an
Yeah.
older woman come in last week and just had surgery, and she just wanted to feel pretty again. And I was like, all right, I'm in that dressing room with you. And I like got her dressed. I'm like, we're doing this.
So what are some of the big trends that are coming out right now for women in the fashion industry?
Well,
Florals.
yeah, I mean, I think the thing that we have to understand for me personally, is like what is on trend, quote unquote, isn't always what the Lehigh Valley isn't always caught up with that. So there might be something that like I would maybe want to order, but I don't know if we would sell it because I think at
And
times you have to play it a little safe.
And even though you're a great stylist, you trend heavy towards like a more masculine vibe and neutrals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what's in right now.
Right.
So that's a little hard for
So you
us.
have
like
to
we're not
pivot.
like those pink girlies and like
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
That's just not us. So that's a
Yeah.
little tough.
Well, just what you're
But we
wearing
don't
right
wanna
now, like
I was
have-
just
an
gonna
yeah.
say, it's basically
Yeah,
what you
we're
guys are
like-
wearing right now.
but
Yeah.
we don't want to have like a store that's just like neutrals.
Right.
I mean, I can buy everything. I'm black on black on black on winter black on summer black on
Yeah.
spring black.
Yeah.
But
Same.
and I completely messed up. Do you know it's the Chinese New Year today and you're not even supposed to wear black? I almost like went home and changed.
And then she told me you're not
Why
supposed to
is
wash
this
your
wrong?
hair today.
I know you're not supposed to wash your hair. I
We're
didn't wash
both
my hair.
screwed.
I did not
Wow.
wash.
Wait,
my
what
hair
is this
today.
Chinese New Year
It's
thing?
the Chinese New Year. It's a big deal. I don't know. It was on Instagram, and I get my news from Instagram. So today I learned it's Chinese New Year's, and I know you're not allowed to start an argument with people. So save it till
Okay.
tomorrow.
So we got to go home after
You're not
this.
allowed to wash your hair. You're not allowed to clean. Don't clean today. If you were planning on going home vacuuming, that's a no. And you're supposed to wear bright colors, but I screwed that
So
up.
we all lost, except
Yeah.
you.
We all,
Yeah.
Kayla.
You know what? I'm glowing in my soul.
Right.
All right, guys?
Yeah. So to answer
It's
your
like
question,
I don't need any more bad luck.
you know, what's on trend, what's
No.
coming up, I think for spring is,
A
like
lot of-
very feminine, very flowy. The movie Wuthering Heights is going to influence a lot of what people are wearing like coming up because sometimes a movie will
Definitely.
kind of correlate with fashion and vice versa. So like if you're, you know,
like after the Matrix.
if you're looking at Vogue
trench coats
right
were
now,
unstoppable.
right? Yeah. So, you know, I think we have to try to do some of that, but within the realm of like, this is still
yeah.
a small town.
Is that
and-
because they say it always starts in the West, right? The trends.
Actually, no, it starts like in New York. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, mostly like when designers.
And I think
then it goes, you know,
West and
west.
I think the East Coast is a lot more formal, and we are like a lot of like, you know, if you guys have been to Miami, you go to Miami and people know you're from up north. Nobody wears black down there.
you're not going to see a blazer at
No, you're right.
Yeah.
the club. So
It's a lot of clothing for down there.
It is a lot of clothes.
I mean, you might if there's nothing on underneath.
Right. Right.
You could see a
So-
blazer there.
Yeah, we just have to like make sure that what we're doing, what we're buying is going to be something that people actually
we're still
want and
figuring
can
it out.
wear. I mean, you got to take that into consideration. Not every trend is going to be wearable for everybody. So,
Do you have customers that come in and ask you if you can get this specific item and then you order
yeah.
it for them?
Well,
sometimes, yeah.
yeah. And I mean, we are one of our biggest sellers is we have a jewelry line, and we'd never heard of it. And people were like, "You have to get it. It's E. Newton. It's the best ever." And like people just kept asking us, "You have to get it. You have to get it." And we like sold our soul to get it.
Yeah.
They denied us. They said no.
Wow.
And then we went and met them in person.
Mhm.
And I said, you know, we were going to adopt a love child, but instead we would really like your jewelry.
So, what are some of your favorite brands right now out in the market?
On the market or that we sell in the store or just
In the market and then what you carry as well.
So Erin started talking a little bit about E. Newton.
Yeah.
Um,
Our jewelry line that we sold our soul for.
Yeah, they're just particular about who they let carry, as they should be. I mean, that is a sign of,
Turns out our soul wasn't even enough.
right?
It required a lot of money on top.
Yeah, a lot of upfront money for that. We actually had men's clothes when we first opened, and it just didn't do well. I think, especially like the size of our store, it's pretty small, so I think it's just intimidating for guys to come in and just try on clothes, and it's not really their thing. So that was one thing that we just decided to pivot away from, and we brought in E. Newton, and it's probably been our #1 bestseller in the store.
Yeah, that and our Riddle oils, which is the fragrance line I was telling you about from California. We've had to reorder that multiple times.
Yeah,
People come in asking for it. They come in off of the internet.
right.
They
So
go
you
on
can
store
ha-
locators.
yeah.
Like those two brands, people go on the internet and look and find us.
Yeah. And then clothing wise, we have Free People, which everybody knows Free People. We carry
We did like Beach Riot for a while for swim, and
Beach Riot, Nation.
those are like our higher ends.
Right. So, if there's like something in particular that you're looking for, if we don't have that specific brand, there's something that we can kind of show you. We try to keep it on trend, but still accessible. So, I mean, for the most part, people come in, they always find something that they like.
And
so.
Caitlyn's just really good at finding things that work well.
Do-
She's really good at styling people out. Like
Carry any sleepwear, anything like that, or like athletic clothes?
We do have
We
some
do.
athletic stuff. Try it. We have some Free People. It's called like their intimate line. We have some of that. We did bring in some like pajamas for Valentine's Day. For the most part, we just try to stick with like clothing.
Mhm.
we like to
jewelry.
have at least like a few outfits for you to go out, a few outfits for casuals, some leisure, and now we've added pajamas, which I really like, but it hasn't
Yeah.
taken off yet. But we just got them.
Yeah, and we want to be well rounded. So, and that's just constant. Like, you're always ordering. You're always like looking at your inventory, where the gaps are, and what do people, just trying to predict what people want is not always easy, but I think
And
we've done pretty well.
We're pretty balanced because she dresses up a lot, and if I could wear like leggings everywhere, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like sneakers.
Yeah.
I love to be like ready to go to the gym. I don't know why, because I don't even like go to the gym.
So
I just want to be ready.
So
for
how
when I want to work
important?
out.
How important is first impression with style for you guys?
I think more for her.
Yeah, I mean, I think that people judge you on your appearance. I mean, we all do that. So, what you're putting out there, I think you're giving a first impression of how you take care
let's
of
be
yourself.
honest. We all want to like run into our like
X
or yeah, you're the girl you dated in high school. You don't want to be like a
schlep.
in.
Yeah, I mean,
In
you want
Wegmans,
to.
you know?
I think you want to.
I mean, we've all like dodged people because we're like, oh, not today.
yeah,
And probably women a lot more than men, but
Some arguments, I guess, and I know it's the Chinese New Year, we're not supposed to argue, right? But what are some arguments you would give to people that just wear neutral colors? That they wear their blacks, they wear their
I mean,
whites.
I've said that I do that, but I do it because it's easy.
I don't think there's
She's much better
I
at
don't
like
think there's
that.
an argument. I think that if you like neutrals, there's a way to, I mean, I'm wearing neutrals today, but I don't think what I have on is boring. So I think there's just a way to incorporate a style, even if your favorite color is black. So I think that's what you have to do is teach people that you could be really interesting and have all black on. So
No, you just gave me the best argument you could have gave, because I'm the neutral type of guy.
Yeah.
Black shirt, black sweatpants, black on black on black, right?
yeah, but you could be wearing something and I would be like, that is so different.
Yeah.
Like, where did you get that? Like, you know,
Like the
so-
trench coats, right? I gotta start wearing a trench coat for the Matrix, from the
Those are
Matrix.
back. They're back, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, they are.
They are
The
back.
men's trench coats are back,
Yeah.
I mean,
A well-styled
men's-
one.
or
Men's-
women.
like trend right now is
Yeah.
crazy. It is
Can we go into it?
oversized, like
Yeah.
high-waisted, like huge shoulders in like a suit coat. I mean, that's like runway,
And layers,
right?
lots of layers.
Layers and like, I mean, I think it's so funny because for so long men have been wearing these skinny little jeans because that's what, you know, style tells us you're supposed to look like. And now it's the complete opposite. It's like, you got to go back to baggy jeans. You got to go like oversized shirts, oversized blazers and things like that. So,
I was never a jeans guy.
but
Always.
that's because you're 25.
And
Yeah.
never. No,
Yeah.
I'll be 100 years old and I'll never wear jeans.
My kids don't even own jeans.
Yeah.
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 I don't think that's like, yeah, I think it's probably.
What about the brand Lululemon?
I mean, we have a lot of dupes in the store.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually fading out. I think people are done with it.
I think
I've heard a lot. Like, I
Wow.
think it's the
Right.
same
I
crap
think
for $100.
what is happening with most people right now is that with Amazon fashion, Shein, TikTok shop, you can get clothing for
It's disposable clothing.
for nothing, for
Mhm.
dollars. And you know, trying to compete with that, especially when we have like, you know, we have some higher end brands where we're asking people to spend $200 on one thing. It's really difficult to compete with all of these online, straight from China, disposable fashion.
And it's
So,
funny because everybody is happy to go and support your local restaurant, but people will quickly order a birthday gift off of Amazon.
yeah. And it's
Very-
convenient, you know, it's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I've done it too, you know,
simple.
but to try to think of people, there are a lot of great businesses that we have in the Valley. So
Mhm.
I think it brings awareness to supporting them.
yeah.
Do you guys feel like prices have gone up a lot since COVID?
Even just in the past year, things that we've ordered, reordering, prices have gone up.
Yeah.
Every supplier has told us that.
Also, like our shipping has changed a lot. Our shipping prices have changed a lot. And I think that's just kind of based on like tariffs and things like that. So we have to be really careful. Some brands that we used to order from, I mean, they're charging hundreds of dollars for shipping and it's, you know, we're not going to meet our margins with that. So we've had to like turn some brands down. But yeah, I mean, prices are just going to keep going up. That's never going to
Yeah,
change.
inflation.
Yeah.
It never changes.
Yeah.
So, what's one fashion tip that every woman should know?
Well,
Just because it's a trend, it doesn't mean it's for you. That drives me nuts. Like, there are some trends that people should not wear.
I think also dress for your body. Don't try to, which is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And some people will like say, well, but I got it at Nordstrom or but I got it here. I was
Or
like,
it's
"Well, they
expensive,
sell
so
ugly stuff
it should
too."
look good on me.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have to wear expensive clothes to look good either.
Mm.
I don't think that.
Well, I think that's kind of falling out of trend where
Right.
it's like labels were
it's getting
big,
a little like,
and now even like the kids don't want it.
yeah, it's
Because
getting
there's
a
so
little
much
like,
fake stuff around
yeah.
too. You don't know if it's fake or real.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like, why even spend the money on it?
Exactly. And I guess one other thing I'll say about that, like Coco Chanel always said, before you leave, take one thing off, take one accessory off. So I think like less is sometimes more.
And I'm quite on trend.
Yeah, but just like, if you have something that fits you really well, that you feel good in, you're going to present that. You're going to.
And also, there are some things you should invest in. Everybody should invest in like a good pair of pants or
good pair of jeans. Yeah. Yeah.
Some dress shoes.
Yes. So
Nice
there
pair
are
of
some
shoes.
things that you really should spend money on.
Yeah.
And then you can mix
But
it
you
up
mix
with a
and
bunch of.
match. High,
So,
they call it high-low.
I want to go into different directions now. So let's go
Yeah.
into the direction of Caitlyn, especially you, Botox, right? A lot of women think it's necessary. And I've spoken to a few and I'm like, well, you look perfectly fine. And like, no, I have to get it.
Well, if you're saying perfectly fine, if that's what you're saying, if those are the words you're using, then she's
Perfect.
probably like,
Don't
"All
ever
right."
say that to anyone ever. You look
Wow,
perfectly
you look
fine.
perfectly fine.
So why do you think it's a good thing for all women to get Botox?
No, of course not. I know plenty of people that don't do Botox. Plenty of my friends that don't do Botox. I'm a woman in my mid 40s. So I think it's completely a personal decision. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever you look in the mirror and you say,
I do think some people start too young.
I would agree, especially coming from an aesthetic background. I think, I don't know if we're pivoting here from fashion to skincare, but I'll just say that it's really important to take care of the health of your skin and not just freeze your muscles. So a good provider, a good nurse injector, they will also be telling you that you should be taking care of not only the outside of your skin, but nutritionally what you're putting in your body will always affect how you look on the outside.
Yes.
So yeah, we're very into that. We're, huge, like, because we have to be, we're older. So we got to maintain.
It's more preventative.
Yeah. It's preventative, but it's also.
And so is like your attitude. I mean, I feel like your attitude changes everything too. You
For
can
sure.
be wearing the nicest thing and have all the Botox, but if you're a
certainly true.
A
terrible
miserable
person
little
on the inside, it's coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Yeah. Even if
about-
your face isn't moving.
We
can
can
tell.
still tell.
How about a perfume?
Ooh, I think more natural now. Everybody wants natural things.
I think people are really going towards like pheromone based, which is what we have in the store. The Riddle oil is like kind of works with your own body's chemistry. So, the days of like a really strong perfume, I think there's a lot of people that are like sensitive to scent. So, yeah, I think anything that's going to just work with your own body's chemistry, because like a perfume on her would smell completely different than a perfume on me. It's like your body's like pH. So, I definitely like that, but I do have my favorite perfumes. So,
So what are your favorite perfumes?
So, they're a little expensive, but I like Byredo is one of my favorites. You probably never heard of these.
Never have.
What else do I like? Lalabo. So these are all like small.
So, like, if you didn't want to make your car payment this month, then you would go and you would like just buy one of these.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit different because I've gone through such a financial change. So things like
Take
mean
less
a lot more to
importance.
me.
Yeah.
And I've really realized that it's not about like the things.
Well, our store's called The Little Things.
Well,
so
it's just about the little
It's got to be
things.
about something.
It's got to be about something there. But I mean, it's about the things that truly make you happy, but not everything has to be so. I used to just spend
but you
so
know what? If you
frivolously on
have-
things.
If you have a perfume that you love that makes you feel a certain way,
Or makes your man feel
a certain way,
That
I
might be
think
more worth
maybe
it.
don't buy the shoes, buy the perfume. Like if you have to pick and choose.
It
How
gives you
about
confidence
shoes?
too.
How about shoes? I mean, I'm not like a huge shoe person, honestly. I think like
Yeah.
more like what can I wear that won't give me like a bunion?
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not shoving my toes into like Louboutins anymore. So
No, because then I have to carry her and it gets like
no, it's
annoying.
Like, hold me, my feet hurt. Yeah, I don't know.
I wish I was kidding.
I don't know. I mean, I love like a good sneaker that like is trendy or like looks cool. Like, wide
Do you
leg
feel like
jeans
everybody's
are-
like a lot more casual now?
I feel like people are dress a lot more
Yeah.
casual, and it's fine. Like you go out to the
present
bars and
company included.
yeah, and you're just wearing like some cool sneakers and whatever you feel good in. It's really what it is all about. I think is like what gives you confidence that you will always exude that. So I don't know, whatever.
What about jewelry? I've never been a jewelry person, but no.
I mean, I've become more of a jewelry person.
Yeah, I mean, we have a cool brand called Thatch, which there was a couple like famous people that had like necklaces on and like posts that they were doing, so we had some traction with that for a while.
And that was good quality jewelry.
It's very
But,
good
like
quality.
R.E. Newton, everybody buys a ton of.
Yeah,
People
I think
love
with
like
jewelry,
bracelets right now.
we want to keep it kind of like fresh.
And simple and
Yeah.
empty and
Is the Inu and is that kind of like or is it metals? Like
Yeah, so
they're like
she's wearing-
Silver,
stackable,
gold.
like the stackable bracelets.
Yeah, so
okay.
they're 14 karat gold, so they're priced a little higher, but they're really great quality. They're not going to tarnish or anything like that. You can get them wet.
So
That's what people like about them.
Yeah. So how does that work? Obviously, gold and silver just went up really high.
Mhm.
When you
Yeah,
place
the
new
prices
orders,
just went up.
Their
Yeah.
the
prices
price,
just went
the
up.
orders went up.
Yeah, they just sent us a new price sheet for everything. So
Jeez.
So everything you had went up in value, so therefore you have to sell it for higher.
Yeah.
yeah, which is hard because we don't really want to do that to our customers. But again, it's just business.
It's part of business for sure.
Yeah, and that's something that we're learning too is like, we were giving like a lot of discounts to people in the beginning because it was like they would post for us or whatever. And
Yeah.
then, like my husband is like doing our accounting for us and we're about to file our taxes and he's like, what are you doing?
No more discounts.
What are you
Yeah.
doing? Like,
Yeah.
do you guys want to make money or you want to make friends? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel I'm really proud of us because we have been making great money and we've had great success so far.
yeah.
And we just need people to keep it up or we really will have a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
So you're making a big impact on the community, especially there in Emmaus.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite thing. I've
Yeah.
always loved to like give back and work with other businesses and help other people.
And I think
That's-
even down the road, we would love to be involved in charity. There's a great charity for women who are coming out of domestic violence situations where they, need help with their clothing, with wardrobe and donations. And I think that would be something that would like totally align with us. And
Yeah.
so I think we're in a small community, but it's great because
Great.
there's
yeah.
a lot of opportunity to give back. And we definitely want to
I
do
feel
that.
like we have a really good network in the valley.
Yeah, for sure.
We've
I feel like it's
really-
divided though. I don't know what you guys think.
What do you mean?
Like
In what way?
it's like Emmaus and Makunji is kind of like its own area.
Yeah,
And
I feel
then
the same.
Allentown is like its own area. And I know, like, but I
Bethlehem
feel, you know what I mean? I
Houston
feel
are,
like
like, together.
Allentownians,
Mhm.
Allentonians, whatever, versus the Emmaus. That's how it's always looked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, like there's just some sort of
Well, the problem is one of our biggest obstacles is Emmaus is on the way to nowhere.
why?
Yeah, because Zionsville.
You have to like really
Yeah.
get out of like you gotta go off the beaten path.
Yeah.
And we would have loved to been in kind of the west end of Allentown,
Mhm.
but it's so expensive, and we didn't want to start something that we were gonna have to be like basically
Like
like
pay
house
like
poor.
huge rent and then just be like underwater
stressed out about that.
constantly. So I think for us, like Emmaus was a gamble location wise, but it actually turned out to be really great just
Mhm.
because of the community support. And yeah, it is kind of like a destination, like if
Mhm.
you live in Allentown or Bethlehem. But we have plenty of people that now know where we are and will come and kind of make a day of it. They'll go to the other small boutiques and like there's a home boutique. Go to Cafe 23 for lunch, get a coffee, let's go. Like there's things
Yeah, and
that
Cottage and Bloom, it's a home store or a lot of
so you
decorative
go
things.
get an outfit
She's
and
been
then
there
get something for
for
your house too.
6
Mhm.
years. She's been there for
Plus-
6 years. And
Plus, they have the farmers market there sometimes. In
yeah,
in the
on
summer, right?
Sundays.
Yeah.
That helps us.
So the winter's been tough with that, but for
Yeah.
the most part, we get a lot of foot traffic with that too. So there's definitely advantages to being in Emmaus.
Mhm.
So will we stay there? I don't know. We'll see
Yeah.
we
what
might just start our
happens.
podcast in our off time.
So,
What's
so
it gonna be called?
the little things.
No,
So,
No. You'll have to see.
yeah, it's a
We'll have to see.
surprise.
All right.
Surprise.
so, what's your vision like for like 5 years from now? Or do you guys
Oh God.
think you're going to open up another shop, maybe in the West End?
Well, I can tell you what my like dream would be.
Mhm.
Good.
So we both have kids in high school. Our youngest are freshmen. So we're, gonna be here in the Valley for at least 4 more years. And our lease, we have a lease where we are now for 3 years. So God willing, we can keep this business going for the term of our lease and be successful. And then I would love to take this somewhere else, like outside of Pennsylvania. So I'm just going to make her move with me wherever I go. And
I mean, honestly, if she supports me and builds me a room,
yeah, I'll build you
fine.
a guest house. I don't care, whatever I have to
I
do.
get a whole house. You
Yeah.
heard it here first, guys.
So why
I
wouldn't
get a
you?
house.
Why wouldn't you want to just keep the one in your mace and then open one up?
We may. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
still profitable at that time, and
Yeah,
we
I'm
can
not
get
saying
somebody
we
to run
wouldn't
it.
for sure. For me, I would like to expand it
Mhm.
to other areas where boutiques are more the norm. Obviously, with that comes competition, but I think there's always ways to set yourself apart.
For sure.
And so if, in 3 years from now, we have our shit together and we know what we're doing and we're like, okay, this was really
Yeah.
like worth it, maybe we'll
I
expand.
mean, look at Assembly 88. They've been there forever.
Right.
In downtown where nobody thought it would
yeah. And
like
they do
work
great.
eventually, and they do
They're-
great.
Yeah.
And they're great, and they're such kind people, and they're
Mhm.
also really supportive.
Yeah. So you never know. I mean,
You guys get seasonal depression here when it's winter?
Of course.
oh my God.
I think you're a psychopath if you don't.
I feel like I'm turning like
Do you, like, if you live like in
Turning to the
gray?
dark side?
I'm like turning like
Into a hermit?
iridescent. Like I like don't have any like I'm so pale that I don't look pale right now
I think
because
if
I have
you're
makeup
okay
on,
with
but
it being gray every day, like,
gray PA. Yeah.
then you should. There's something wrong.
Yeah, you can't even.
It's
You
crazy,
can't.
I'm not
That's
gonna
why
lie.
it slows down probably most of the
Terrible.
time because you guys
Yeah,
aren't
because who wants-
online, and then no one wants to go when
And
it's
who wants to go
-5
outside
to go
and,
to the
like,
boutique.
Right.
See, as a
in the
kid, I didn't
snow
get it.
and-
You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, why is everyone so depressed? I got video games and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
then now I'm like an adult and I'm like,
Yeah.
Ugh.
it's
I don't
like
wanna
at
go,
4 p.m. It's like nighttime. I'm like, what is
I know.
going
Yeah.
on
It's
here?
freezing.
That's our bedtime. We're like-
yeah.
You know, and I'm
Somebody
talking to
asked us if we
people.
wanted to like have dinner at like 7:30. I was like 7:30. 7:30.
Yeah.
Are you insane? I'm gonna sleep for 2 hours. What are you talking about?
That's good.
That's
yeah,
what we go
we're
out.
like early. We're like old ladies. Like we love a good 5 o'clock reservation.
I love it
That's
so
Five.
much.
like, yeah. Ugh, it's like I'll text her and I'll be like, "Are you?" It's like
like-
4:30. I'm like, I'm starving. She's like, "So am I." I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Let's go." So
I love it.
we love
That's
it so
funny.
much. Yeah.
So before we end it, where can we find you guys at? What's the address?
So it's 412 Chestnut Street in Emmaus, and we are just down a little bit from the triangle, but
And follow us on Instagram.
follow us on
At the
Instagram.
little things LV, all one word, all lowercase.
Yeah, we like to be silly on there. So
Yeah.
if you're looking to be entertained, even if you don't want to buy a shirt,
Yeah.
we kind of make fools of ourselves every
You guys
day,
drop
so-
videos every week.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
Mhm. Yeah, a couple times. a
Any
week, so.
dances, any like TikTok dances you guys do?
You have to
We don't
watch.
do TikTok dances.
I mean, we don't
but-
do dance. We did dance on one, and that did pretty well.
Yeah. No, but we're just kind of like we do a lot of voiceover stuff, so it's like it'll be an
Yeah.
audio from something else that we're like
We find
lip
Oh,
syncing. of.
voiceovers.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that's like our main thing that we do.
we've gotten pretty good at it. We can go.
We can get
Like,
them done pretty
we can get-
quickly now. In
yeah.
the beginning, like I did this, the first one that I ever did was like a lot of words that I had to remember. And I was like, I can't do this. I just am not good at this. And she's like, do it. You're going to be fine.
Now we can do like 8 in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow, pros.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I want to be known for.
I know. I'm going to say,
Put it-
God, at this
put
point in
it
my life,
on my
that's what I'm good at.
headstone.
She did reels.
She was so
She was
good
really
at that
good at
reel.
reels. Yeah.
You guys are fun. But all right, guys, thank you for coming on.
Thanks
We
for having
appreciate you
us.
guys.
It was great
Thank
meeting you
you.
guys.
And
It's fun.
we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Awesome.